there are so many music festivals around the world, and some of them are still growing. And you have also been invited to serve as a faculty at many of them. I know that you founded Todi International Music Masters in Italy. And how did this festival come about? What inspired you to create it? Was there a particular experience that made you think, I want to make something different?
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah. Well, I had been a guest at many festivals, and I always found that there was something lacking in terms of organization, or sometimes, and that was really the worst possible thing, I found that there was a lot lacking in integrity and in honesty. Some of these festivals just tried to make money as much as possible. And so they would promise students the moon, and then they would deliver absolutely nothing or very little. Students would pay a lot of money convinced that they could go there and learn from great teachers only, practice a lot every day, play with orchestra, do this, do that, and then it turns out they had to take lessons with very mediocre teachers. They didn't have a piano to practice on. And they were told, oh, no, you have to win a competition in order to play with the orchestra. It's not open to everybody. So I've experienced this at a particular festival, which I will not name. But that time, that was the drop that like made the water flow out, spill out. And then I decided that I would like to try. Now, I'm not saying that I'm perfect or that my festival is perfect. No one is perfect. But, and also there are logistical limitations that one cannot overcome. But one thing for sure is we don't make money at my festival. We go even. And we are happy to go even. And we spend all the money that comes in from tuition to offer the best festival we can offer to the students. And so they have, from the moment they get in, they get assistance from staff that cares for them and helps them. And they get 4 hours every day guaranteed for practicing. They get lessons only with all of the teachers present. And there is only 5. So they know that they're going to study with those 5. And they know those 5 are really good teachers. So they don't have to worry about, oh, there is 20 teachers, but they get assigned to somebody who really doesn't know anything. Why? Why is that festival inviting a teacher who really doesn't know anything? Simple. Because that teacher can bring students. And so that way the festival can make money. But the teacher is bad and the students are bad. You know, they don't know much, but they don't care because they just bring money. So it is just very bad. So anyway, then all of our students in Todi, they are absolutely guaranteed that they can play with the orchestra. So, and that's why we cap the limit to around 45 to 50 students. We cannot accept more. Because if we accept more, then we have to compromise on quality, and we don't want to do that.
And why did you choose Todi as the venue for the festival? Could you tell us more about the atmosphere of the city and what makes it special?
Well, yeah, I mean, actually, this was by chance because I was not born in Todi. It's not in my region even. But I was with a relative and we were in the car together. And I had just finished my time as a guest of another festival. Precisely that festival, which made me very upset, very disappointed, disgusted actually. And so this relative of mine lived not too far away from that festival. So she came and she picked me up, and we were leaving by car, and she was driving me to a place in central Italy, which was about 2 hours away, where I have a home. I still have a home there. And so we start our journey, and only a few minutes into the journey, she asks me, "Why are you so upset?" Because she could see it. And then I told her the story, what had happened at this festival and how disappointed I was, etc. And then she said, "Why don't you do your own festival?" And I said, "Look, I've thought about it, but it's so much work. I don't have much time, and I don't like to do things halfway. And I don't live in Italy. So it's difficult to do a festival, to organize it, if I don't live here." She goes like, "What would you need?" And I told her. And then she says, "You know, I may know just the right person, the right organization." So she made a call, and that person answered right away. So we turned the car around and we went there. And it was only about 40 minutes away. And we went to Todi, and I was there for the first time. And this was 2015. No, sorry, 2014. And because 2015 was the first year we did Todi. So 2014, I go there and I look at it and I fall in love with the city. It's beautiful, so gorgeous. And also so clean, so safe, so easy to navigate. And this organization, it's an international school of language school. So they don't deal in music, but they organize events for learning related to language. But so they didn't know anything about music, but I explained to them what I would need. And they showed me a building, palazzo, where we could have the festival. Now, this is a place where it's a beautiful place where they do art galleries. It's all related to culture, but there are no instruments inside. So there is no conservatory in Todi. So, but this building was very nice and very close to the main hotel and very close to the main theater, the beautiful municipal theater. So I thought, okay, we can work with this. So we started it. We rented all the pianos that we need. We rent every year 25 pianos or so. We hire a piano technician to work on all the pianos. He's with us for the 2 weeks of the festival. And then we hire the staff. And we hire the people to open the theater and, be the stage managers and so on. And so we organized the festival like this, and it's really a wonderful atmosphere, a beautiful place. And then some of my dearest friends who are great musicians and teachers come to teach there.
It sounds like it's a place you have to visit in your lifetime.
I think so. I mean, I really love it. I think everybody who has come there has really fallen in love with it.
So Todi International Music Masters was founded in 2015.
Yes, we started in 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19. So we did 5 years. Then we had to wait 2 years for the pandemic. And then we went 22, 23, 24, 25. So now this is our 10th anniversary coming up. Yeah. So this August, we are accepting applications right now. And so we hope to have many pianists who are happy to come and experience it.
That's wonderful. And what would you like to say to people who are considering attending the festival?
Just that, if you are looking for a place where you can feel that you can learn a lot, but you can also enjoy the atmosphere, the air, the food, the culture, the architecture, a place where people are so friendly, a place where there is so much history that you can feel it in the air, and a place where you can be guaranteed the support you need to learn through great teachers, as I said, practice time and opportunities to perform, and especially rehearsing and performing with a professional orchestra, with a wonderful conductor. Then, and all of this in a very easy setting. It's everything within walking distance. And you can move from the hotel to the palazzo to the theater within 2 minutes. And Todi is also such a safe place that when my daughter used to come there, the first few years, she was only 10 or 11 years old, very little. And she and her friends would walk around, even because it's summer, so there is still lots of people around, even at midnight. You don't have to worry, oh, where are they? They can be outside. It's totally safe. This is a beautiful thing. Yeah.
And I truly believe that what makes Todi International Music Masters special is that it was created with passion, with care, with love and integrity, and built out of sincerity and devotion. It feels very clear that the well-being and growth of the students are at the heart of it.
So it doesn't feel self-serving, it feels genuinely dedicated to the students.
Thank you so much for saying that. That is exactly my purpose. And no, it's not self-serving. It's actually very tiring to organize because we have a little budget. We have low budget because in Italy, unfortunately, the government doesn't really support anything. They support big opera houses, but when it comes to smaller festivals or organizations, they don't support. But the problem is that it's not like in America, where people can donate money and they can have tax deduction. In Italy, if you donate, you still have to pay the tax. So people don't donate. And so we are left to basically having to do everything we are doing just with tuition money. But we do try to keep costs as low as we can because we are mindful that these festivals can cost a lot of money. We are very competitive when it comes to our costs with many other festivals that offer lesser quality or lesser opportunities, fewer opportunities, but we still offer more but cost less. Because, as I said, our objective is not to make money. We are happy if we break even, you know?
Yeah, I know. And perhaps we'll never arrive at the point where you are feel finished. And maybe that's a good thing because as long as there's curiosity, there's growth. And maybe that's what keep us moving toward.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh my God, Antonio, I feel like you should be the host of this interview, you know.
Why?
I mean, you are zeroing in on every single point that I'm trying to articulate.
Well, that's good.
But I really want to say thank you for being such a wonderful example to all of us. That truly means a lot to me.
You are very kind, and I thank you from the heart. Thank you for having this conversation with me.
Honestly, you're one of my favorite people and always happy.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That warms my heart. I hope that we will have many more opportunities to work together and to interact the way that we did in Taiwan. Maybe in Taiwan, maybe in the United States or in Europe or wherever it may be.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll find another chance. And so it's really a pleasure. And thank you so much for being here and for sharing these fantastic conversations with me.
Thank you, Jin-Rong, for having me. And I look forward to more of this.
Okay. Bye-bye. Have a nice day.
Bye-bye.
Have a nice rest.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.